It's Rebe budgeting because yes, I'll be budgeting and cash stuffing. Welcome back to my channel where we are telling our money where to go so we're not left wondering where it went. On my channel, we do all things cash envelope stuffing, sinking funds, savings challenges, and some budget with me's. If that's something you're interested in, or if you're just wanting to watch and follow my journey, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment below so we can chit chat. In today's video, I am going to be doing the budget with me for Paycheck October 14th, but also I am a part of the Our Different Budgeting Journey series started by Budgeting April. And so what better way to talk about this week's question of my method than by just jumping in and actually budgeting the check that I'm getting on Friday. Friday's payday for me. So let's hop in here. Hopefully you guys have all been doing well. How's your week been so far? Happy Wednesday. It's definitely been chilly. Here the weather is just really changing and I'm not ready. I think you guys know by now I'm a summer girl, heat girl. Anywhere next to a beach, that's where I need to be. But yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well. So let's go ahead and hop into my budget sheet. And again, I'm going to be going through my budget, but then also kind of talking about the ODBJ. So this paycheck is for 10/14. And shout out to Miss Erica over at Black and Blue for one of my pins. I have three now, two that I ordered. So this one, and then y'all know my favorite color is purple. So I got the purple stones, purple and crystal stones with a berry pin, and then this pin. And then I won a giveaway from Grown Women on the Grind, and that one is like a light blue and crystal pin. So super, super loving this. So we are just going to budget my salary check. If you're new to my channel, first of all, welcome. Second of all, I fill out the actual columns because I'm salaried. It really doesn't change. You know, from a paycheck to paycheck basis, might be like $50 or so, depending on the benefits that are coming out for that check. But yeah, I just use the actual column for just about everything. And then on Wednesdays before payday, I check my pay stub. Our HR system pushes them out to our email, and that's where I get an idea of what my check and deposit will be. One thing that I will say on my channel, I do keep a checking account cushion. And so when I see when I'm going to get paid, I just go ahead and subtract that amount that I know I want to just hang in my checking account. Because for me, you know, my account gets a little bit too low, gives me the heebie-jeebies. And so I don't mind having a little bit of a checking account cushion. I've been saying all along I'm a recovering credit card or debit card swiper. So I'm learning how to exercise discipline when it comes to that cushion. But then I pretty much operate between paychecks on my cash wallet. So let's hop into these bills, because that is one thing that I do first. A big part of how I budget is taking care of the bills first. That's kind of been one thing that's been ingrained in me since a very, very young age. My first real job where I was actually in a system getting paid was Kentucky Fried Chicken. And back then, I did have a car by then. So a bill for me was my gas, and another bill was my phone bill. But even from my very first job, I've always, you know, done what I needed to do by paying my bills first. Because, you know, I've never wanted car, because I just wrote car. I never wanted bill collectors or anybody calling my phone, knocking at my door. So a big part of budgeting and my method is that I start by paying all my bills. So this check, we're paying car insurance. I'm just going to do a big subscriptions line item here, and that's going to be $93. So this is like my Netflix, Hulu, I think Spotify, my Apple storage, things like that are going to come from here. And I think this check, I also included my life insurance in this bucket, which is really not a subscription, but, you know, I've been trying to, you know, make my budget sheets a little bit more compact. And then after those, we're going to pay our energy bill, which is coming down for me. My system pretty much has been off, I want to say the last month. So I'm really excited to see that go down. I think it was the most I've ever seen it last month. So it came down quite a bit. My phone bill, Bill Me Later, which is my PayPal credit account, is $108. And then my internet, Xfinity, cable is this check as well. That's $160. And then I have a care credit payment that's due of $150. And then, oh, I always like almost forget. My HOA of $296 is due. So at this point, what I do is add up my bills, and then I subtract that amount from my salary. So let's do that now. Okay, so that gives us a total of $1,210. And then next, what I do is subtract this amount, the $1,210, from the $2,067. Oops. And that gives us $857. Now, I think I've joked with you guys before. At this point, I would, you know, back before cash stuffing, of course, I would probably, you know, maybe get my nails done, maybe put some gas, no, for sure put some gas in the car because I knew I was going to be running the streets, and then maybe get some groceries, but the rest never had a job to do. And when my money did not have a job to do, did not have a place to go, it would just disappear out of my checking account. Now, granted, I've never, well, when I was living this lifestyle, you know, 4 or 5 years ago of being a card swiper, I would never had this much left over. Like I'd probably have $200-300 left over. But same thing applied. That $200-300 I could have been putting towards saving or putting away or, you know, whatever. But no, I was just spending it, going out with friends, going out to eat, buying stuff on Amazon, just not really giving this number a job. And so next, now that we know we have $857 left, I'm going to fill my wallet. And so I start off with my spending money of $25. And then we're going to do gas of $60. Grocery, $60. And then I am still going to fill my self-care envelope because I'm taking a break on getting my nails done at the salon. So this self-care, I think, is just going to be for small items. Like there's some lotion that I need or hair products, something like that. The rest I'm going to start putting into my beauty envelope. That way when I am ready to go back to the nail salon, I'll already have some money put aside for that. Giving, we'll be getting $5. Us, we'll be getting it typical 10. Family short term, we'll be getting 10. And then miscellaneous will also be getting 5. And so when I started cash stuffing my wallet, I didn't know what amounts to start with. The beautiful thing about budgeting and you developing your own method is that you literally could do what works for you. The Amanda who made this budgeting sheet, debt-free Panda. She always talks about how personal finance is personal. So you have to make it meaningful for you. And so a lot of these numbers I just had to play with for the first few checks just to see what makes sense, what works for me. Am I going over budget? Do I have money just sitting there left over? And so it's something that you'll just have to try out. It's trial and error, because a lot of people will be like, oh, well, where do I start? How much should I put in grocery? How much should I put in gas? And it's like, well, you have to assess that for yourself and then develop your budget based on that. So our cash envelopes are going to be getting $195. And then we're going to subtract that from $857. Leaving us with $662. And so before I really started expanding on my sinking funds, because I started with some of your basic envelopes like birthday, holiday, family, things like that. But as I'm going through really just life and starting to think about, you know what, I should be putting money aside for that, this, whatever. I was able to just fill them out all in here. But if you've been following me for a while, you've noticed that my binders have expanded and just really taking on a whole different level of meaning and purpose for me. So I won't be listing out my envelopes, but I will at least be listing out what is going into my high, middle, and low priority binders. And let me just double check that. Yes, so my high priority binder is going to be getting $210. Medium priority, $110. And then low priority, $70. And so this, a part of my budgeting, and I'll pop a little screenshot in here, is that I do some of my budgeting in Excel still. Just because it helps me figure out of my envelopes, which envelope is getting what. So in my high priority, for example, I have my emergency fund, birthdays, things like that. And then my middle and low each have their own separate envelopes. And so I use Excel, the image that I just popped up, to kind of help me decide, well, which is going, how much money is going into which envelope. And then that's how I'm able to get these numbers. So I do use a combination of manual when I come on here and write out my budget using the budget sheets, because I still like using pen and paper because it makes it firm and like it's in black and white. So it's going to happen. Another part of accountability. But then also I do use Excel still, just to help me figure out the amount of money that's going in each envelope. And then I also use it to figure out what denominations I need to ask for when I go to the bank. So after we've done all that, we still have left over $272. And I think this was where I was talking about earlier, where this $272 really would not have a job. And so by the end of a weekend, all that would be gone. So what we're going to do with that $272, I am going to put into my savings challenges. I'm going to put $248. And then I'm going to put, because I started a vacation binder, and I really need to start putting something in there every check, as much as I can. Because even my boss was like, Cherie, your vacation balance or your leave balances are pretty high. So even he's been telling me to take a vacation, get out of here. So I'm going to start focusing more on my vacation binder. Okay, so at this point, we should have given every dollar a job to do. And how I check that is by starting with my salary. So our total income is going to be $2,067. And then we're going to add up each of these sections to make sure it is the same. Perfect. And that does in fact equal $2,000. Oh my gosh, $2,067. And that is what is called a zero-based budget. So we've given every dollar that we're getting paid on Friday a job to do. You will, like I said, have to come back and actually watch my next upload when I stuff the money into my wallet and then into my priority binders, my savings challenge binder, and my vacation binder. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do when it comes to my budgeting method. I think a lot of us have been saying and preaching the exact same thing, that there's no one way to do it. There's no correct way. It's whatever way that makes the most sense for you and your family and your situation. And we're just trying to, maybe give some insight, give some ideas. Maybe you have a similar, family structure as someone else. Like I know me, another reason why I started my YouTube channel, because at the time, I wasn't seeing a lot of just single one person household type budgeters. It was budgeters that, either were sharing bills with a significant other or were married or had roommates that were taking on some of the bills, things like that. And so a part of, me starting my channel was like, I want to give the single person's perspective. Like all the bills are yours and yours alone. Just kind of giving that fresh perspective. And so, yeah, I hope that was helpful. If you have not already, please click on the ODBJ hashtag. All of our uploads are going to be there. After this video, please go check out my girl Yasmin Budgets. She'll be tagged below. Check out her video. Check out everyone's, but Yasmin Budget in particular. And of course, go check out Budgeting April's channel for all of her great content as well. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you guys in my next upload for the actual cash stuffing of the money. And until then, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.